Three, two, one. We in this thing, we in this bit, we in it. Yeah. Tucker, 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 Tucker. Had to do it to you, my boy. First and foremost, if this is your first time on the channel, welcome to the family, welcome to the community. We're building something dope. We're building something together, building this thing brick by brick, piece by piece. Welcome to a Raw Message 2, where it is an unedited, almost called me, unedited, unfiltered, straightforward message, and let's just say conversation from the heart. I really feel me. I got choppy right there, but like I said, it's raw, unedited, straight from the heart. And we just rocking out like we having a dope conversation where we could learn different virtues, principles, and things that we can use as lessons and cautionary tales for our future generation. You know what I'm saying? Things that we go through every day, they all have underlining meaning, underlining lessons that you can learn from them. And I feel like this is just that's what we get into, goddamn. That's what we get into, goddamn me. This ain't a reaction, this ain't a documentary, this ain't a mini film, none of that shit. This is just EV, and we get straight to it. So on the chopping block today, come on, Thug. Come here, Thug, yeah. Thug, my boy. Now, if you've been seeing any of the shorts recently from my 6ix9ine Might Be Cooking video, which I'm gonna be honest, looking back at that video, I'm on the fence of like deleting it or just because I just feel like I could have. I just feel like I could have did a lot better in that video, but it's early stages. I mean, I'm only at fucking not even 2,000 subscribers. This is a very early stage, and what I feel like will be a long-term built career in this. Like I said, I am in school and I do have other means outside of this. This is not a meal ticket for me, but if we happen to build some dope out of this, that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, nobody had to tell me to make a business out of fashion design. I started doing fashion design in the 4th grade. I got into recycling pieces, remaking pieces, designing pieces very, very early. It wasn't about the money. It's just passion. It's just who I am. That's just what I'm gonna be. Have you like it or don't. But straight into it. First and foremost, I was watching this interview and I was writing just some notes to myself, just so when we do the video, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying unscripted. Did I? No, I ain't saying unscripted now. I said raw, unedited, not unscripted. I don't really write scripts. I genuinely just write outlines and just points so I don't forget. Like I might have a thought or something that I want to express in the video just while I'm out and about. So I just boom, write it down so I don't forget the premise of it. I just call them outlines. So boom. Some of the things that I mentioned early on, I actually tried to remember timestamps this time. I got 2 timestamps. Some of the earlier notes, I was enjoying the earlier my bad. I was enjoying the earlier segments of the video. I'm not gonna lie, I was enjoying just some of the early conversation. Again, if you look at the shorts, I feel like and you just have a TikTokified mind and you don't have an individual thought in your fucking existence, then you probably think I hate Young Thug, but that's not the case. I feel like, in my opinion, unconditional love is the ability to be brutally honest without it crossing the line of hate. That's well, not even just hate, but being hurtful. For example, growing up, there was punishments that my father may imposed on me that I didn't see the benefit of at the moment, and I looked at it as hate. But in reality, there was a lesson and a value and a virtue from that created discipline, that created the understanding of consequence, the value of my actions have effects. You get what I'm saying? There's lessons and there's reasons. In my opinion, a bad parent is one who imposes those same authority, but they don't respect the responsibility of the lessons being learned. I learned a lot of lessons from a lot of my worst experience growing up. That's most people. That's what I mean by that. So for me, Thug is like, my bad, not to get off topic. For me, Thug is that person I'm like that with because I do appreciate his art form. I do feel like he has a sense of musical genius about him. I do feel like he is a pioneer and a legend. So with that being said, I hold you to that respect. I hold you to that standard. And if you respect that, then you understand it. If you don't respect it, you don't understand it. It's like fans of boxing getting mad at Shakur Stevenson for calling for the Tank fight, but don't realize that every great had to beg for a fight. That's how they became great. People forget Ali literally almost got shot by Sonny Liston because he pulled up to his crib. Do niggas forget that? That is how bad he wanted to be great. And this, we live in a generation where, not to get off topic, but real quick, we live in that microwave mind mentality to where we feel like a couple social media posts and a couple viral videos is going to lead us into building an empire without having to build the foundation of structure, the abilities, the skill set, knowing what skill sets it takes that even garner and is able to fetch a certain, let's just say a certain capital, whether it be 100,000, million, tens of millions, hundreds of millions. There is certain abilities that need to be founded within you. You are not just going to wake up and suddenly have the formula for doing something you've never done in your life. Gen Z and social media has really had the ability to capture a moment and make people think that is the foundation of reality. It's not. 100 million manifests $1 billion posts is not going to make you $1 billion. What will make you $1 billion is creating something that then becomes worth $1 billion, and then you find someone who's looking to acquire that, whether it be through an LLC, whether it be through a patent. That's how a lot of billionaires became billionaires. They created patents. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Mark Cuban, he had one of the first ever online web live streaming softwares. So how I'm able to live stream, he was one of the first people to patent a live stream software. Oh, my bad. But yeah, he was one of the first one to patent a live stream software, and that's how he got right. So again, a lot of people talk about being billionaires, this, that, and the third, but it takes certain levels of mindset, skill set, discipline, and reality to reach that. But that was just a side look, you mean. But early on, like I said, I enjoyed some of the earlier segments. It was cool. One thing I realized about Thug, though, he got a problem with self-realization, like from seemingly. Like, for example, he keeps saying he beat Dorico. Bro, you got 15 years. You on a 15-year lease. How did you beat Dorico on a 15-year lease? That don't make no sense, gang. That's literally not possible. There's no way you telling me you beat it and you on a 15-year lease, bro. No way. You did not beat that. And the way he said it, at one point, I literally have the timestamp. We're going to get into it. Let's rock out. Audio low as hell.
From the street. You got regular people that's just like, you know what I'm saying? You can go to jail for a DUI and be like, hell no, you know. But
he also said something early on that I want to find. He talked about how he feel like, I gotta disagree with this game. He feel like you can't get as close to God if you don't face serious charges. What the no. Just no. I should not have to explain that in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Just no, Thug. That's not cool. That's not okay.
And be just like a speeding ticket, or you drunk.
All right, here it is. This is where it is. This is where he said it.
Make it hump. You're gonna get humped.
All right, hold up.
Why you bring this up? I'm this motherfucker exercise nigga, just like, right, just damn, bro, you nasty ass flow, bro. You got heated marble, bro. Man, going from the life that God gave us to that is make it hump. You're gonna get humped.
He didn't even want to say the word humbling. Like, he can't even believe he got humble. Like, I never said it. I'm just so used to popping it. Humble.
Sure.
That shit came out. Humble.
Change you. Yeah. I think more. I learned how to play chess. Patience. Closer to God. Boy, closer than you'll ever be. I don't think no man can be the closest he can get to God unless he go to jail.
No, Thug. What the no man can get close. He get God unless he go to jail. And let's hear how he justifies that logic. Let's see his contextual meaning and what he means. Let's look at the context of this shit.
And it can't be just like a speeding ticket, or you drunk.
All right, it can't be a speeding ticket. So you need to commit First, you need to commit a serious crime to go to jail. I guess there's no just God in that. That's what God needs you to do to get close to him. Go commit a serious crime. This is Thug's logic. This is the slime logic. And there's some points in this video where this interview specifically where I'm like, damn, I wish he had this transparency in the Big Bang interview, because I'm not as it's not as resenting and hypocritical. In this interview, he seems halfway accepting of the reality of what it is, but not self-realizing his play and role in it. That's the issue I'm having. He not realizing his own role. I literally wrote, Thug at minimum accepts the reality of the situation, but not his own role in the reality of those situations. I literally wrote that. So
it gotta be some shit like, hey nigga, this the end of it. This decision right here. Yo, hey, going home, or you going to prison for the rest of your life? You gotta be in that type of situation. That's what make it just like, so for people like us, we you know what I'm saying? We from the street. You got regular people that's just like, you know what I'm saying? You can go to jail for a DUI and be like, hell no, you know. But where we from, it got to be something like detrimental. It got to be real.
Bro, Thug been rich since I was in middle school. I'm assuming he's been rich. He had a hit song, Stoner, my freshman year. It was either my 8th grade or my freshman year. So I genuinely be trying to figure out, and I had this conversation at work when I was living in Greensboro. I had this conversation with somebody, and they were talking about why Kodak Black can't get right and like keep going to jail. And I was like, because he's changed, he's had the ability to change the outcome of his circumstances, but not his mentality. So he just keep creating those same problems and those same mistakes. So what's outside of him changed. He got a new house and new car and all that, but same issues at the end of the day because he refused to change his mentality. And I feel like that's exactly what Thug dealing with. Like, hey, that's exactly
serious.
what Thug doing.
Even if it ain't life, it just got to be something serious. That's if you're gonna get closer to God. I just got better with eating, closer to God, working out, patience.
That's why I said in that AB video, bro, you thrust these broken kids for real into the spotlight and expect them not to feed their demons. Like, nigga, all I know is this shit. So I get $1 million, I'm going up in this shit. This is all I want to do. I just got more money to feed it. So that's a lot of times you got to change. It got to be a change of what's around a motherfucker, like in terms of the people, because I'm sure this motherfucker only got yes men around him. Most of these niggas don't even want to hear no. Like, I feel like a lot of celebrities, they probably get so used to being admired and being dick rolled that no, probably like you probably really be breaking a nigga's soul by saying no. Like, oh God, like that's why niggas be so goddamn aggressive.
Key.
Patience. Diddy shit.
Do you remember the moment
Hell yeah.
you reached out to God though? You know what I mean? Like the moment where, because you said it can't be something quick for somebody like you. It can't be a DUI. It has to be a life or death.
One of them should have said, no, Thug. That is not a developed prefrontal cortex talking, bro. You bugging. I need spiritual, contextual, logical, all that, bro. I don't get the premise of that. Why do I have to do something to get me in that situation? Why is that not being addressed? Like, I get it, Thug. We see that you accepted some parts of it, but you blatantly running from other parts of it. Blatantly. Let's get to another clip. Let's get to another part of this. Because I ain't get all.
Are you overwhelmed by your payday loan debt? Have you taken out multiple loans and struggling to pay them back? If so, we have some great news for you. A new payday loan forgiveness program has recently been announced, which allows eligible Americans to have up to 80% of their outstanding balance forgiven. However, this program is only available for a limited.
Talks with my girl, you know, just like some of the homies, you know, people like Big Bank, talk to them type people and just like
producer. It was funny that she was even texting and saying,
life, you realize like, damn, like this shit all the act is all just like a fucking mask. It's like a representative. You know what I'm saying? When you in jail, you goddamn get stripped. Now you know, like, damn, I'm just like this nigga bum. I'm just like this nigga, bro.
That's the problem, bro. Like, this ain't even the clip I wanted to hit, but so we literally admire and give these celebrities a certain level of attention that really do make them feel like they are walking gods. Like, and I just sense that Thug went from this young, eclectic, eccentric artist from Atlanta that's trying to push the boundaries of musical and melodic lyrics and melodic vocals and melodic sounds and very eclectic, a very eclectic and forward moving sound. My bad, y'all. But I feel like at some point he got way too big for his britches. Of course, that's the case, but in a sense, that is my issue with Thug. That's basically what I'm hitting at. That's my issue with Thug. It's not, I don't know this man personally. I don't hate this man. But my issue with Thug is, bro, it went from being about pushing the boundaries of music to somehow you the king snake, king slime, biggest stepper, rat K, morally man, stand on principle type man, like guy. Like, it's confusing, bro. It's confusing. And the snake biblically is not a great representation, Thug. I'm sorry. And with some of the actions that has come to light, what I say about artistic representation, it will consume you if you don't control it. What you represent in your art will consume you if you do not control it. Simply put.
And then I get around other people from around the world, and dudes be like, bitch ass, whatever they say.
I'm not gonna lie, we're not reacting to this whole interview. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to get to the points I want to get to. All right, we're gonna jump to 4950. There's something here I wanted to touch on. This is where he mentioned beating. This is what also bothers me about the psychology of young Thugger as of right now.
I think I just glorify codes.
This is something I gotta touch on.
It ain't even real street codes. It ain't even got nothing to do with the streets. Like, I don't give a fuck if
it do got to do with the streets, brother. Like, sorry, the point before that, Channing was telling him basically, bro, when are you going to reach that point where you realize I finally made it, quote unquote, made it out. I finally got every single thing I was clawing and praying for, but I forgot the person I prayed to once I got there, and now I'm wondering why I'm living morallessly, and I'm living in chaos, a ticking time bomb. Because you literally changed every single circumstance around you, but nothing changed internally. So you're literally just creating the same issues under new faces, under new representatives. So you can't, on one hand, be like, well, man, you got to stand on street code, man. It's just, you can't stand on street. You can't rat. You can't rat. He literally kept saying that. You can't rat. You just can't. You just can't. But on the next hand, when someone actually points out the fragileness, the fragility of that psychology, of that perception, now is, oh, well, it's not really about the code. It's just morally, man, morally.
You a white boy, you don't supposed to rat. You don't supposed to say.
You don't supposed to rat. You don't, nigga. Who are you to be? Who are you, nigga? Who are you to make that way judgment? Who are you, bro? I'm asking, like, how are you the moral police, Thug? You should be the last in line to be on the application, my nigga. Let's be real, bro. And nobody got the right, or nobody somehow is justified in judgment at all. And that sense of a weight judgment, not judgment as if discernment, or I'm going to make the better judgment on decisions and paths, but I'm speaking in the sense of weight judgment, where I am casting a projection and a title and phrases and representatives that I use to bound you to. So that would be painting someone ass. That's why defamation became a crime, because it is really damaging to paint someone ass. Whoa, that sounds crazy, but you get what I'm saying, like paint someone as blank, like a arpist if they are not an arpist, a sociopath if they are not a sociopath. All that can be very damaging, because even if there's no truth, the fact that it stands is enough of a truth to some people for them to treat you as if it's true. It sounds crazy, but just follow the psychology. If I am able to successfully paint a false narrative on the values of your character, even though they are based in a falsehood, if I can paint a strong enough narrative, those outside of it will then start to represent you as that, even though there's no foundation or reality of that. That's what we mean by destroy. By when we be like, oh, when you get too big, they're quote unquote destroy you through career or something like that. Or kind of what we say happened with Dave Chappelle with the, oh, he went crazy, he ran to Africa. Then all of a sudden he comes back with the Netflix special. You get what I'm saying? Kinda in that boat. I am not a conspiracy theorist. I am a realist. I'm an informationalist. I'm a wise man. I was about to say wisdomless. I'm a wisdomist. God damn me. Let's get to it though. Let's look at this part.
No matter what happens, you don't supposed to tell.
No matter what.
Yeah, you just supposed to be loyal to life. Like
they in there acting like that's valid. Yeah, that's valid. Yeah, I just golf and never done a crime, never got in a fight. I'm not supposed to be telling if somebody break into my house and violate my privacy when I got a baby girl and my baby and my baby girl and my baby boy sleeping there. That's when we lay our heads at night in our most vulnerable state, and the nigga just crept up in there violating the shit out of my privacy. Yeah, I'm telling on that nigga. Fuck is you talking about, dumbass little boy? I'm telling. What the hell? You out your damn mind? Are you crazy? I'm telling. I got video. I need surveillance footage. I'm trying to help lead the investigation. Nigga, let that nigga violate my privacy. It's out. And I'm gonna stay. And my home gonna be protected. So you might catch a bullet in this man cuffs, nigga.
Like that's a man as a man. Yeah. You know, you don't supposed to do certain things. Like we're not fucking kids. We're not telling. You know, we're not.
I hated that.
Harming women.
Joining the.
We're not beating no women. We're not messing with no kids. We're not.
Bro,
yeah, we know.
Whole street. That's just the codes of life, bro.
I agree.
Y'all just saying it because we street niggas. Like I ain't stood on no code that ain't just like a manly code, godly code.
Here, I didn't even. This is not even part of the timestamp. The quote I'm trying to get to ain't even come up yet. But that just, bro. All right, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I gotta make sure I am not tripping. In the background, I am pulling up multiple pictures of Young Thug in unisex. Fuck unisex, straight up women's aisle clothing. Fuck that. Okay, there's one picture in that cheetah dress that he admitted to. Obviously, the album cover, the pink, the one where his like faces and like pink and diamonds and shit. That's extra feminine. This is you, Thug. Not trying to be like that, but this is just the truth. 1 second, y'all. Matter of fact, we ain't even gonna do that, bro. Everybody's seen the pictures, bro. Like everybody has seen it, Thug. Why are you still acting like none of that exists? I want somebody to say, bro. So when you specifically speak about only standing on manly morals and masculine godly morals, how the fuck did you end up in multiple dresses? That's the question, Young Thug. And bro, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say this again. I do not hate this man. Thug is a musical genius, a legend, and a pioneer. That's why I hold him to this standard, bro. You not just fucking anybody, dog. I'm not one of them fake fans. I'm gonna treat you like my brother. I'm gonna tell you what it is in hopes that you do better. Not for me to approve of it, but for your own self-sufficiency or self-preservation. That's what I meant to say. For your own self-preservation. Sometimes other people are the eyes and ears that you are not able to hear and see. I'm telling you, bro. Why you think every great coach in boxing was not a great fighter? Every great fighter in boxing was not a great was not a great coach, was not good with the X and O's. So it's just frustrating when this man literally acts like we are blind, deaf, and dumb. Say something to that extent, standing, quote unquote, standing only on manly and godly principles and morals. Yet there are multiple accounts of you doing things highly questionable from the past to more recently, Thug. Why are you still running from that, bro? If you would accept that, this conversation, I would be so invalid in speaking this way. You could shut me up just like that. My nigga, bro, you frustrating, G. You frustrating, Thug. You frustrating.
Oh,
you need some real wiggers, real triggers around you, bro. And I ain't talking about, I'm a real nigga, kill. I'm talking about real thinkers, bro. Thinkers. Niggas who not just looking to get high and get a bag off you, nigga. That's what you niggas be getting succubus. You rap niggas be getting succubus by y'all crew, bro. Y'all get sucked off until y'all ran dry. Period, bro. That's all it is to it. Sucked off till y'all ran dry to be one or two niggas that rock with you from the beginning to the end. That's just life. Is always gonna be that one or two nigga that's gonna ride with you to the beginning to the end. But you niggas get sucked dry and get left in the dust. And all these niggas chase around you is a bag of opportunity, the women and the pills, nigga. Let's be real, nigga. That's why you in this situation. The same niggas you dying to let us know that you put on is the same niggas that you claim was dying to see you dead, nigga. That's why I'm talking to you like this. Because who the fuck else is, Thug? You got something and you need to use it the right way, though, bro. And I'm not saying it because I'm the authority. I'm just giving my opinion. Yeah, now we do raw message to you. Fucking, hey. But yeah, Thug, come on, bro. Get your shit together, bro. For real. I'm rooting for you, nigga. I'm rooting for you. Not I'm on my Charleston. Not the character, Young Thug. Not the rapper, Young Thug. Say, yeah. But Jeffrey. And see, from my youth organization, see, so when you start doing this with Charles to get on his, he get on that goddamn, he's stretching. Oh, it's up, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Verbally fried. Fuck you talking about. It's over with. Bag it up. OVA. So let's get to the video. Let me stop playing, y'all.
I'm supposed to be a pussy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like telling this pussy. Yeah. You don't supposed to be a pussy. You're supposed to be a man. You know, that don't got nothing to do with the street. That's just
allegedly,
I think
y'all.
Just street
allegedly.
Guys, so they just look
at
it like, oh, you still on street, nigga? Cause they just be like, no snitching or no this, no that. Like they just like, oh, they still living on the street shit. They still, I'm so beyond. You know,
it's morality. Morality,
nigga. You're not beyond it, nigga. All right, bro. This nigga, oh, I'm a faint.
Yeah. With you though, man, like, you know, you let Cardi have last week, which, you know what I mean? I thought it was just really cool for her to mention you by name.
Bro, it's a quote where he said he beat the biggest Rico in Georgia State history. And I want to talk about how one of the biggest mistakes he's made that everyone pointed out and that he's seemingly not noticing. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably overreacting to this. I'm trying to find that clip and then we're gonna move forward. It might be 5127.
To get that mention.
But anyway, yeah, he seems to be genuinely convinced, internally convinced that he beat that Rico, y'all. And I don't understand why he's not moving like he's on eggshells. I would not be doing all these interviews. I might have done one major interview. And if I had to choose between this one and the Big Bang, I would probably, if I was Thug, I probably would have just went pivot and took this approach. But it is what it is. He done what he's done. So the way he's moving, the meet and greet in Atlanta, I'm sure that's court approved, but still, it just seems like he's almost slightly spitting in the face of the judge, like, I beat it. But whole time, in real time, from what we seen, it was one of three things could happen. You could have did like Yak and waited to the end and got found not guilty because we all seen this was a shit show. Or sadly, what your worst fear is, what he kept talking about, he felt like he was never gonna get out. It could have somehow just went to that fate. So obviously the guilty or not guilty, or he gets judge grace from the judge and gets a plea. You know what Thug is confused about right now? He confused his physical freedom with his actual freedom. Bro, you are on a 15-year lease, Thug. Let me. I was on probation, bro. I was supposed to do 9 months. That turned into over 2 years. Obviously, I'm gonna be honest, that was the only trouble I ever been in. Wasn't that serious. Some little small felonies that got turned into misdemeanors. I could do a whole story time on that. That was almost 10 years ago now. I haven't been in trouble since. So Yeah, that's just a side note. But yeah, so I know the game's probation play. If he is not a literal angel, he's going to do more than 15 years on probation. And I don't know why Thug keeps saying he a YN, bro. I heard him say this in his interview. Please find it. I'm not finding it, but he said it. I know I'm right. I know he said it. You 38, nigga, I think this nigga 30 something. 34, nigga. Take a little 4 off that 38. You 34. You tweaking, boy. You 34. Sorry, no, let me stop. But for real, bro, you low-key too old to be acting like your prefrontal cortex ain't fully developed, my nigga. For real, bro. That's why I'm on your top. That's why I'm on your tip top, G. If you had me and your management and your team as your creative director, your management of thinking and moving and even your advisor, your thinking adversary, your thinking advisor, you wouldn't be in this, bro. You'd be somewhere reading a book or something. I'd had you getting up on your intellects. Discover self first before you go fuck another hoe, get another FTD, go to another night at Magic's, go rap another bar. You need to do the self work first. And I'm big on a serious note. I talked about this in the message to Max video. Don't become one of those people that pray for it, get it, and then give no grace, gratitude, and appreciation, also acceptance and servitude to the one that you prayed to. Please, I'm not saying like it's like I'm like don't get all spooked or nothing, but I'm just saying please don't be one of those people, bro, because those are the people who end up having that meteoric rise and that meteoric fall because you did not understand the value of what was at hand and what was being played out. So you became a vessel and you became consumed by your desires. That's how you turn your dreams into nightmares, becoming consumed by the lower nature of desires. And now that you have all the resources to fund that, you feed your monster. Diddy could not stop feeding his monster. He could have just did his little orgies or whatever once a month, once every few months, and balanced the percentages and the scales and the banks of energy. He put too much energy into that one bank, and they cashed out on his ass, and it turned into a big catastrophic situation. You feel me? Don't be one of those people, bro. Nobody perfect, but still, you know what I'm saying? Don't be that.
And what is your feeling in now dropping your own project as well?
It's so
we're gonna get into one more part I want to get into, then we're gonna wrap this thing up because, like I said, it's not a reaction. And most of the interview was under one theme, so really we done hit all the major points of the interview. He barely talked about Drake. He just said Drake told him, "Don't worry about the cause that leak. Keep your head up." That type of shit. It wasn't nothing too serious. I wonder if I should do a UI Scuddy review, but from the 2 songs I listened to, I don't think I'm gonna like the sound. Like I feel like I hate to be one of the cliche people. I'm usually not this type of person, but I do like Thug's older discography. I'm just gonna be that type of person in this case. He got some good new stuff, but I feel like something changed. Something changed.
Time you trying to like take your son to school, be a man to your girlfriend. Like, fault that some people that I love got to stay in the hood. It's just like y'all too street. I wouldn't say that I'm still in the street. I ain't in the streets at all. I think
long that got to me when I found that out.
1 second.
I think it was just like he ain't on the internet, so he was just like going off of what people would say to him or what fans say. Beef. So he ain't looking at the internet. He'll just be at one of his shows.
Glue that hell all this shit together.
He still ain't take accountability. I feel like
the time.
Nigga, you ain't taking accountability.
Like I told you.
Like I said, I like this interview more because there's a level of transparency where at minimum he accepts the reality of the situation, but not his own role in the reality of that situation. I mean, his own role in those situations and the value he played in those situations and creating the outcome of those situations. Stop acting stupid. Not everybody just did everything to you, Thug. I'm going to say that again. It's easy to see and it's transparent from this interview that, yes, at minimum, Thug is accepting of the cause. He accepting of what happened. Yeah, he can admit, yeah, I was pillow talking. I don't even talk like that, blah, blah, blah. There's a level of transparency in this interview that is a lot more grace-giving and graceful. But it's easy to see he still does not accept his own role in the reality of creating, causing, and the effects of those same situations. It's a little easy to see, and I feel like he kind of hinted towards that in this video.
Exactly what I did. I told you what I felt like I did wrong. I told you everybody how I felt. You know what I'm saying? But like,
but to point again, this is why people are upset with you, Thug, to point out someone else's hypocrisy and their acceptance of whatever it is, whatever that may be. Can't we say the same about you? Can't we say you didn't always only stand on moral, masculine, manly, godly principles like you said? Can't we say you didn't honor that? Can't we say you didn't honor the rat and shit? The rat cave, don't ever tell, no matter what, no matter if you're a white boy, golfer, bug, tall man, short man, thin man. Like, come on, this is the issue. It's not nobody. That's it. I don't know you, bro. I don't know who you are. You could really actually be a great person outside of the ethnic street shit. I mean, of the values of the street shit, like that culture. You could just be a great man, low-key. But I don't know you, so I can't judge that. I'm judging what you have been representing yourself as, and what you are being represented as now. That's all I'm speaking on.
It's like what you were speaking on earlier on for 100% the glue to a lot of this shit. And I feel like sometimes just
I could definitely, and also I want to say again, Thug is a legit legend and a legit pioneer of this generation. Outside of Chief Keef, most artists in this generation were somewhat influenced by Thug. I feel like and for this generation, it's Cardi, Thug, Chief Keef. Those are the three most influential. A$AP Rocky and Ye and all them not part. Yams, all them, they're not part of this generation. I'm talking about this generation, like 2017, 15, 16, 17 to now. That's Thug, Cardi, Sosa, period. Now, when you get into the 2020s to what's going to be later, different conversation. But for now, Cardi, Thug, Sosa.
Standing in interviews won't be enough because you got some niggas that's just like still wearing a mask. So they won't vouch for it. They won't do certain things.
Sounds like somebody I'm looking at right now, Thug. Sounds kind of, you speak a lot of familiarity, my boy. Like, I don't know if you peeping yourself, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like a mask. Some people got to be that way. So I get it, but I definitely stopped a lot of shit from happening in this world. Like, I stopped a lot of rap beefs. I stopped a lot of things. I take accountability for that, for sure. I take accountability for the bad things I did, of course. Like, it's obvious. You know, I said sorry. If I can take it back 100%, I'll take it back. No, but
a lot of times, because you asked, you mentioned whether or not you didn't know if you were depressed or not. And like coming up in certain environments, you know, we put this mask on, right? And our environment tries to shape us to be tough and say it doesn't make you to hear from a different perspective.
I ain't never really considered it. I always felt like I had OGEs. Like I always telling you this.
I'm good on that. I think we probably gonna wrap this up. Let's see if there's any other points I want to hit on. I'm good on the OG talk. I'm just keeping it a bucky. I'm good on that. I'm good.
Listen to what they got to say over me instead of just listening to what I'm telling you. I just feel less of a man.
Where is that?
Police don't
Georgia
want you to know
State
this,
Rico,
but the reason we always ask for your insurance
how
first
did I mess
before
up
your
the
registration?
timestamp for that? The timestamp I wrote is not the timestamp.
There's obviously things that happened through the calls
I want to
being
show
released
how
that did affect
your
relationship with your girl, or did
beat this Rico.
Got to be 2015 Thug. You got to be 2025 Thug. Like, that's the maturity that I've talked to a bunch of my friends about, even dude, my dude from Atlanta, Easy, a bunch of dudes, Easy gonna laugh when I say his name. I've had the same conversation with him because he was a dude from Atlanta. We grew up together. He went to Florida, I went to Florida. And at one point I had to tell him, like, bro, you have to, like, we 40 now, bro. You can't be 20, 22-year-old anymore. You got to be 40.
That's what I mean by sometimes Thug says things and shows the behavior of someone whose prefrontal cortex is not fully developed. Just search it up. And what can stunt the growth of prefrontal cortex is substance abuse in early ages and consistent substance abuse no matter the age. And I'm gonna be all the way 100. I feel like Thug probably has not been sober in over a decade. I could be completely wrong, but the vibes, the characteristics, the behaviors as someone who was on substances, my nigga, it looked like substances. It looked like getting out the early enough, yeah. Many places with a little money, yeah. Rolling enough, yeah. Rolling up, that boy, rolling up, yeah. Man, we about to get up out this bit, bro. I feel like I got into everything I wanted to get into. Like I said, I'm gonna say it again for the 115,000 times for the TikTokified minds who can't concentrate and actually have the ability to I'm trying to cook niggas and I'm getting cooked. I'm trying to cook and I'm not talking no more shit. I'm good. I love everybody. Everybody, have a good day. Love yourself. Take care of your family. Love your family. Best of endeavors to everybody. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Do your best. You know the rest. We're gonna be back with another dope video real soon. We're gonna keep cranking this thing out. We're gonna keep building this shit together, brick by brick. Family. We're gonna build a family, build a real community. We're gonna build something dope out of this thing together, all over the place. But we rocked out. We done got, we done, we done, all right, we out there, baby. Y'all take care of yourselves. Salute.